Hi, everyone. Today I'm gonna. Hey, hotties, cuddles, tea stirs. You here for hot tea? All commentary is alleged, and in my opinion, this is for entertainment purposes only. So, I thought I'd go ahead and drop in like 30 minutes early. I was gonna do this live at 7, but I'm like, let me go ahead and get it out the way. I want to try to be on this live for as short as possible. I know I say that all the time, but I never really live up to it, and we always end up being on the live for like 3 hours. With that being said, can y'all hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. Hi, y'all. Hello. Welcome. Welcome. Y'all let me know if you can hear me in the chat really quick before I keep talking. Can y'all hear me? Okay, yes. Y'all can hear me. Okay, cool. Cool, cool, cool. All right. So I wanted to go ahead and do this live. Because y'all know, we're gonna be breaking down Kimmy and Maurice's relationship time span, okay? Now I gotta make a few disclaimers because for whatever reason, people be coming to my comment section commenting like, who cares? They're already married. That was so old. Duh, ho, we don't care. We don't care, okay? We're just breaking it down because I missed a lot of these things. A lot of things I'm gonna break down over here on my channel because I just started my channel this year. So it's a lot of things that I want to talk to y'all about and that we got to actually get through. Kimmy and Maurice is one of them. So that is why we here today, you guys. I want to talk about the video that I posted about Kimmy and Maurice. I'm gonna play the videos on this live as well from my last video about them, and then we're gonna break it down and talk about it because, like I said, there's a few questions that I have about the entire relationship, like how it even started. Mind you, this is just the first part of the breakdown. I still want to talk about the parenting breakdown situation. I still want to talk about the honeymoon breakdown situation and how that came about because I got tea that Maurice had been dating just before he married Kimmy. Yeah, that was tea that I got like a while ago. And I'm not gonna, post a person's pictures or nothing like that for like their own privacy. But I'm just confused about their entire situation. So let me see who all up in here in the chat. Okay. Muted expressions. This was scheduled for yesterday. Okay. This comment had already been in here. Y'all, I was supposed to go live 2 days ago. I had been supposed to go live, but I'm just not a live girl. Live you have to be paying attention. I don't pay close enough attention. Well, I do, but I don't. It depends. It depends. Oh my gosh, I have a super sticker. Okay. And so also somebody asked me when I was going to go live and they asked me to turn on my super chats or super stickers or something like that. So thank you for the money, sugar. I really do appreciate the super sticker. That's what's up. That's so cool. I don't know why I didn't have the super sticker thing on, but I do leave the banners like, I'm not the only reason that I even post the Cash App stuff because people was asking me about it. But y'all know, like, I'm not gonna promote, oh, Cash App me, Cash App me. If you want to, cool. But I really do appreciate the super sticker. Tanisha, hi, welcome. Linda Gamble, hello. Pamela, hello. How are you? Welcome. Phyllis, hi. I don't know why. Missy 72, hello, welcome. Tanisha, hello. Linda Gamble, hi. Oh my god, tech guy up in here messing up the vibes. See you later, sir. Okay. Sheila, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me just make sure I have everything situated because I want to get through this video kind of fast, you all. I don't want to be up all night. Knowing I'll be up all night. Miss Valerie, hello. Roxana, hello, everybody. Miss Sheila, Nicola, Vanessa, Miss Vanessa, hello. Denise, how are you? I don't know how to pronounce your name, love, but DM me and help me out with it. Courtney, hello, welcome. Okay, hey everybody, thank y'all. I really do appreciate y'all for joining. Let's get into it because I really do want to talk about some stuff. Hello, Dee Dee. Hey, Miss Betty Boop, welcome. Brittany Janae, hello. McGeechee, hello. Child, nothing new though, for real. Some of these marriages be messy. Once you get into the details, some of these marriages be having more bodies than us single people. I absolutely agree. But it's not that. Like, Maurice and Kimmy's relationship timeline is so sketchy. It's not even funny. And this is the thing, like, the next person that interviews her, content creator or whatnot, they don't really interview with content creators. They only interview with the people that are gonna like ask them the questions that they want to be asked and like stroke their egos and their lies. But somebody needs to ask her about the timeline, okay? Because she said that she stalked Maurice. I'm not gonna let this go until I get the answers that I need, y'all. I'm telling y'all, we have to figure this out, okay? Because y'all know I'm going to literally research until I get the information because I'm perplexed. Like, I don't like people playing in my face. So Kimmy said that she stalked Maurice, like, on his Facebook. She saw that he was a barber, but her friend, and don't calm down though, because I'm gonna play the videos on this video because I still just got to get to it. But she said that her friend introduced them, or whatever the case may be. She scheduled an appointment for her son to get a haircut, and then she was filling him out. Like, she literally said that. But I knew that's what she did before that episode even came out. I had been saying that because she just gave me the vibes that she sought him out. Like, she did. Y'all know how women can be. Like, they're gonna, a man that they're interested in, they're gonna get up in his space, even if that means going to his wife's hair salon, which is why I just don't really play them games with hoes. Like, I just don't even play. But so boom, she said, but my thing is, if that was the case, was this before or after you bought the sex toys from Kiowa? Do you understand what I'm saying, y'all? Do y'all understand what I'm saying? Because this is why do people keep driving past that question? I think that's a valid question. Was that before or after Kiowa sold you them toys, ma'am? Because I gotta know. And maybe I'm too nosy and I don't need to know. And really, and disclaimer, because like I said, people keep saying like, it doesn't matter. Like, okay, it doesn't matter, but we're going to talk about it because these people are on a show. This is the first time, maybe it don't matter to y'all, but in my opinion, this is the first time we've actually heard Kimmy say out her mouth that they were still like, that her and Maurice were like, I'm going to play the clip for y'all. But in my opinion, she basically said they were dating before the divorce papers were signed, or seeing each other before the divorce papers were signed. And she even said that Kiowa was talking about reconciliation. Now, Kimmy, my next question for you would be, who told you that, love? Did Maurice tell you that? And when he told you that, was that before or after you opened up your legs? Because again, I keep telling y'all the reason why I think Kimmy is a side chick, because I believe that Maurice told her that they probably, or I believe Maurice was lying to the both of them, but I also believe Maurice probably told Kimmy that Kiowa wanted to work on their relationship, while telling Kimmy that he didn't want to work on the relationship, while telling Kiowa that he did want to work on a relationship. That's what I think. But I think that Maurice told Kimmy that Kiowa wanted to work on a relationship and Kimmy didn't care. Hence, as to why her legs is always open when it comes to this man. She was the distraction. Now, granted, whether their marriage was already over with or not, I think that it's still facts to be said that you were still dealing with this man while he was married to his wife, who was under the impression that they were going to be reconciling. Exactly, Val B. Because she said on the reunion that or not on the reunion, she said to Mel that they were talking about reconciling. So as a woman, why wouldn't you be like, okay, I'm gonna let y'all figure that out. Once you figure that out, come get at me. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe it's me. Hi, welcome. Uncle Fester was telling to both of them, Kimmy was desperate for a man. Uncle Fester was sleeping on Billy in the basement couch. Kimmy added Uncle Fester. Right. Yeah, I do believe he was lying to the both of them. I think Maurice wasn't being honest on both sides. I absolutely believe he was lying to the both of them. Absolutely. You can clearly tell he likes the triangulation between the two, but I know he was lying to the both of them because anytime it's time for clarity, it seems like he likes to keep up the confusion. Like instead of being extremely clear on what Kiowa is confused about or upset about or what the issue is, he always leaves room for confusion. And that's what narcissists do when they like to triangulate women or manipulative men. That's what they do. Uncle Fester, yes. She's been calling him Uncle Fester since he came out with that with that interview with Carlos King. He was probably telling Kimmy that he wasn't reconciling, but actually still being with both of them. I believe that. I believe that. But again, the reason why I say Kimmy is still a weirdo to me, because like a real woman knows that men lie. So when she tried to sit up there and act like Kiowa didn't have a reason to be upset, and me being me, I would be like, I would literally look to my man or husband now or whatever and be like, you a lying ass man, because at the time you was telling me this, you got this woman over here to whoop the whoop the whoop. And then I would go to Kiowa and be like, listen, I did not know that you guys were talking about reconciliation. I'm sorry, y'all. It's a tongue twister for me. But I didn't know you guys were talking about reconciling your marriage at the time that me and him got into a relationship or whatever. He was lying to me the whole time. And some time has passed on. I've now fallen in love with him. I totally understand where you're coming from. I don't want to be this. But instead, Kimmy gives off a competitive nature. Like she's always competing with Kiowa. Hence, as to why she felt it was okay for her to be walking around that woman's child with a thong bikini on. And it's like, whether you do it in front of your child or not, a woman that just don't want no confrontation with the next woman would be like, listen, if you uncomfortable with that, I totally understand. I'm not trying to, you know what I'm saying, create any confusion. My bad. But then again, women don't even really walk around the house with booty cheeks out in front of another woman's kid. So I don't even understand that perspective as a whole. Like, to me, Kimmy is one of those micro passive aggressive women that flex on women that don't mind being open and honest and saying what it is that they have to say. Like, I'm gonna be completely honest with y'all. Micro and passive aggressive women beat me every time in an argument around men, because men are always going to go with the girl that is more, calm, or whatever the case may be, even if she evil as hell. That's just my experience. I don't know. That's my experience. Like, the reason I don't like Kimmy so much, she reminds me of my stepmom. Like, my stepmom is micro and passive aggressive. She was very micro and passive aggressive with me, but my dad would never believe it, because she appeared to be so nice. She never raised her voice or anything like that, but she was very evil, mean, and nasty. And those are the vibes Kimmy gives me. Those are the vibes that other wicked weirdo bride gave me that tried to comfort me just because I did an interview with Carson. Actually. And I ain't ever biting my tongue on that. Period. Because I tried to keep it cute. And they tried to play me. So I'm going to always be loud about that one. I don't care. Kimmy remembered me off of let me see. Who is saying it doesn't matter? It totally matters. Right. I think, just trolls. They just said, they probably have been in that situation before. Fact, if they was trying to reconcile, why didn't she step away? Yeah, I think I read that. Uncle Fester was telling, yep, I read that. I read that one. Yep. Okay. Right. Close your legs to married men. Kimmy feel like she's the better woman. I do think Kimmy do come across as if she thinks she's the better woman. And when it was happening, I don't think he told Kimmy. He probably told her way after the fact. I agree. I do believe he was lying the whole time. In my opinion, I think Maurice is into Latifah. It is said that he loved dark-skinned girls. That Latifah, well, I mean, look at his ex-wife. She's dark-skinned, and Kaya is beautiful. She got the high cheekbone structure. She cute. Good evening. Hi. Yeah, Kimmy is very insecure when it comes to Kiowa. First of all, the fact that she even sat down in front of this woman and said that she has to suffer because Maurice puts her and her son before Kimmy and her son, it let me know, like, that's why she has the attitude that she have toward Kiowa. Like, she takes out her anger that she should be taking out on Maurice on Kiowa. Like, she's mad at Kiowa that Maurice step over Kimmy to make sure Kiowa is comfortable. Again, another reason I know Kimmy was a side chick. Maurice feels bad about the way he did Kiowa, which is why he always let Kiowa have her way. But we're gonna get into it. I'm finna scroll down, y'all. Hold on. I'm gonna try to keep up with these comments today. Right. I be wanting to hear from Jaden's daddy too. Yeah, she is kind of rough looking. Is this why Kimmy act like she can't lose him? Right. I mean, it's clear as day in my opinion. I wish Carlos would have asked Tisha and so the timeline of Kimmy and Maurice. I feel like Tisha wants to say more. Mm-hmm. Right. Hi, Journey. Welcome. Maurice said in the interview with Carlos that dark-skinned women is his type. No, not the stepmama. Yes, girl, the stepmama girl. She evil in a mug. Maurice seems to always run to Tisha's rescue. Right, that's true. I think Maurice popping them little blue with makeup Kimmy. Y'all, let me not talk about it. Tisha had a scene with Kiowa to discuss, but Tisha never had a dialogue with Kimmy to get her side of the story. Kimmy had that moment with Mel instead. Yep. She didn't care. She wanted to pull him to win. I agree. I think he ended up with Kimmy because she chased him down for real. I agree. I do agree. I think so. But because he acts like he could live without her. You get what I'm saying? And men, I don't know. Men that act like they can live without you ain't for you. That's just my opinion. No, not the stepmother. And y'all get what I'm saying. Like, obviously, we can live without other people. Okay. But, like, I don't know. Like, a man has to be uber obsessed with me. That's just my opinion. I wonder if Kimmy was a side chick for her son's dad. Okay, anyways, let me go ahead and let's get these videos popping, because I want y'all to understand like where I'm coming from when it comes to these videos, because you know, some people like to stir the narrative as if I'm just hating on Kimmy or whatever the case is. Hold on. Y'all, I'm going to get this video ready. He went to Kimmy because he was tired of sleeping on his brother's couch. I mean, and that's another thing, to even get with a man that don't have his own nothing. I don't know, ma'am. I don't know, ma'am. At your big grown age, you should know better not to be laying down with no man that don't even have at least his apartment, but you have a home. So at that point, you shouldn't even be associated with anybody, with any man that don't even that don't at least have ownership of a home. But that's just me. Okay, so yeah, these are one of the comments. Oh my gosh, these are one of the comments that I was saying, like how she says, I mean, at this point, Kiowa shouldn't feel no type of way, no more, because she got a whole husband and Ben had a husband before Kimmy and Maurice was even married. Like, duh, ma'am. Duh, ma'am. And I'm not saying that to be rude, but like, duh. I'm not saying she feels any type of way. We want to have a conversation about it and we want to break it down and we want to talk about it. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I need for y'all to have like a little bit more common sense and understand, like, 9 times out of 10, we know that these people don't care as far as, you know, what's going on now. But it's more so just us, me wanting to talk about it. Y'all have to understand also, Kimmy had been going along this entire time, making it seem like Kiowa was this bitter ass person, just to turn around and tell us this season, mind you, this season, that that Kiowa and them were talking about reconciliation, but the divorce papers still wasn't signed and all of this nonsense. So realistically, it's news, it's tea, because she tried to lie and flex and act like it wasn't what it actually was. She tried to make it seem like it wasn't what Kiowa been saying. So whether Kiowa care about it or not, I want to talk about it. Okay. So, you know, let's leave comments like this in the back room. Okay, love? Let's leave it alone. All right. Cause duh. Maurice has admitted to Group X. He gives me swinger vibes. Yeah. And then he even said he did it with like 6 people in one day. Like, that is a next level thirsty. Like, next level thirsty. And let me see. That's the laws of nature. You should never chase a man or like him more than he likes you. I agree. I agree. Like a man needs to just be obsessed with you. I'm telling you. I just saw the way that my daddy treated the women that he liked, and I saw the way that he treated the women that are like my stepmama, who he ended up with. My man, my man. That's why I can always laugh, because women that are passive aggressive, microaggressive, nasty, mean, evil, and wicked to other women behind other men or to get the attention of other men literally have the most shittiest lives. Like, I am the daughter, okay, of a man that literally shows me every day. Ooh, like I'm telling you, like my stepmother is the epitome of the exact woman I despise, honestly. And I genuinely think that she's the epitome of the exact woman that my dad despised, but she's the only woman that'll deal with him. You get what I'm saying? That's like real depth right there. That's real tea. I think and so again, that's how I feel about Kimmy's situation. Like, who would really look at Maurice and want to really deal with him? Like, you're sleeping on somebody else's couch. You get what I'm saying? Like, you're sleeping on someone else's couch. And I'm like, I'm almost 50 at that point. Why would I want to be with the likes of you? But there are women that are so desperate, they will literally get with nobodies just to say that they got a pencil stick in the bed with them. It's so pathetic. I'm telling you. And they will allow those people to treat them anyway. I'm telling you. The women that my daddy are obsessed with, he don't treat them any type of way, okay? He don't treat them the women that my daddy were obsessed with, because 9 times out of 10, if she values herself, she not gonna be dealing with you anyways. So your time is short lived. But the ones that he did value, okay, it was a way that he went about dealing with them. And then the ones that are like Kimmy, like my stepmom, that, oh, I'll help you do this, oh, let me pay for this, oh, let me do that, oh, let me do this, you know he treat them like crap. And that's always been the lesson that I've taken with me my whole life. Be mean to men. I couldn't do it. Yeah, I couldn't. You're going to be talked about if you're on a reality show, right? I bet you Jalen don't like Maurice, and I bet that he want to put his hands on. He probably do. Sassy T in here. Hello, Sassy T. I think nephew Tommy is. Wait, Sassy in here? Hey, girl. Is she in here? I don't see her in here. Hmm. I hear, oh, hey, Sams, how are you? No, you're not really late. We just really getting started. Hi, hey, y'all. Girl, I've been meaning to ask you, are you the male that Martell been messing with? Because, I mean, y'all got the same name. Mel Bowen. Kiowa is not the one bringing up, and I'm not saying that. I'm saying, are you the Mel Bowen from Love and Marriage Huntsville? Love. And you're probably not, but I mean, you got the same exact name. And you be commenting, and I be like, I be wanting to ask you, but I don't know. Cause even if I ask you, it's not like you would be honest with me. But if you're not that meal, I'm sorry. But if you are that meal, I have a few questions for you, ma'am. It says Kiowa is not the one bringing up the issue. It's Kimmy and Maurice that keep bringing up the issue, and I want her to apologize for it. Right? I saw through Kimmy from day one. Mm-hmm. Hi, how are you? If Kiowa was still salty, she wouldn't have sent her son. I agree. And the fact that Kimmy was saying that, but you're still salty. Like, I don't know if it's me, but let a broad that I feel like had her legs open to my husband when we were still married tell me that, I'm liable to show her just how salty I am. You get what I'm saying? Like passive. That's why I say passive and microaggressive women, they get me every time. Cause I would just Maurice had no intention to marry Kimmy until this show. I almost agree with that. Like 7 years is a bit long. Does Kiowa get a check when she's on the show? Probably. I'm not sure. Yes, y'all, like the video. Don't be no hating assholes. Okay? Like the video. Sleeping on someone's couch with a credit score of 4. That's how all them credit repair people start. They always start with bad credit and get their credit fixed and then feel like they can fix everybody credit. Maurice didn't even know what he wanted to do in his life career wise until this show. He's such a lazy sloth. Exactly. I agree. I keep seeing some women's standards are like, I mean, oh my gosh, low, low. Okay, low. Men don't like kind women. They find meanness sexy. Right? It's something about the chase. It's something about the chase. All I know is every man that I was ever nice to did not treat me right. Every man that I was ever mean to is still obsessed with me till this day. And y'all can ask my husband that. Okay? We be okay, they obsessed with me in real life. Let me see. Kimmy is too old to be that right. Okay. I keep saying we're gonna get into these videos and then I get into reading y'all comments. Y'all are just so funny. I never really get a chance to really like vibe with y'all like this because I post more videos than go live. But Joyce says Kimmy deserves everything Uncle Fester gives her. I believe that too. Kimmy is just a big Ari. I believe that they do. I don't have no empathy or Maurice about to have his favor towards checking for Maurice about to have his favor towards Caillou where she blames the wrong person. Men that look like Marceau and Maurice are nothing. Okay. So yeah, let me go ahead and play this video, y'all. I'm gonna share my screen. Let me get the video big. Oh, okay. Share screen. Okay, y'all. Let's. I pull up roto window Johnny. I pull up roto window Johnny. Yeah. I pull up roto window Johnny. Baby, you don't know what you do to me. Between me and you, I feel like chemistry. I won't let no one come and take your place. Cause the love you give, you can't be replaced. It's not. I spend my life. Hi, Hottie Opinion. Long have Martin Sponsor. I are Kirchy when I'm not on. Oh, you direct that motion toward me. I do sensual encounters with another person, if you get what I'm saying. He's a barber. And I was like, out these videos, join my live when I start my live. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, hit the post notification bell so you are up to date each and every time that I upload. Changing out clippers and clips and stuff.
That's how I got to meet Maurice because I kind of stalked him on Facebook for a little while. Hey. And Patricia, my girlfriend, she was like, he's a barber. And I was like, really? She was like, yeah, he cuts hair. And I was like, word. So I went on Facebook and I was like, I hear you cut hair. And he was like, I do. I said, well, I have a son that needs a haircut. As a single mother of a young gentleman, I actually took that opportunity as a chance to get to know Maurice.
Oh my gosh, y'all. I don't know why this is always happening to me. I don't know why this is always happening to me. I'm literally I don't know why it does this. I don't know if it's I'm so annoyed. I'm so aggravated. I'm so aggravated. Can y'all hear me now? Y'all gonna chat and let me know if you can hear me now. Like, I'm so annoyed. I'm so aggravated. Okay. Great. Y'all can hear me now. I don't know why this keeps happening to me, but basically every time that I try to add a clip in, or every time that I try to like share my screen or play a video or something like that, it'll kick my sound off. And so I have to I get kicked off of StreamYard and I have to like come all the way back on. And sometimes the mic will work, sometimes it wouldn't work. So if you stayed in the building until I came back, thank you. I really do appreciate it. What I was asking y'all was, were y'all able to hear the video that I was playing? But clearly y'all weren't able to hear it. And I'm gonna try to do it again. This is very aggravating to me. Like, I don't know what the big deal is as far as like why it doesn't, or why it wouldn't allow me. Probably too many screen open. I don't have that many open. I only have two. I have um YouTube and StreamYard. I could hear the video. Okay, so y'all were able to hear the video, but you just weren't able to hear me play it on another device. Okay. Oh my gosh, all of these dang on fruit flies or gnats or whatever. Yes, we did. We didn't hear you afterwards. Okay, okay. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna play the video. I'm gonna play the video, and I'm gonna figure everything else out after the fact. I That's really aggravating to me. I have to figure that out. Because I was trying to pause and like give you guys my thoughts on certain things. I heard the video until it froze. No, it didn't freeze. I paused it because I was trying to talk. I couldn't hear nothing. Oh, just Faith. Okay. Bondi Blue and Scotty have the same issue with that app. Yeah, I don't know why it does that. That really aggravates me. Okay, so let me try it again. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me now? Or no? Can you hear me? Okay, I guess y'all can't.
That's how I got to meet Maurice, because I kind of stalked him on Facebook for a little while. Hey. And Patricia, my girlfriend, she was like, he's a barber. And I was like, really? She was like, yeah, he cuts hair. I was like, word. So I went on Facebook and I was like, I hear you cut hair. And he was like, I do. I said, well, I have a son that needs a haircut. And as a single mother of a young gentleman, I actually took that opportunity as a chance to get to know Maurice. And so
Okay, so good. Y'all can hear me. So y'all can hear right here. Okay, the problem that I'm having. All right, hold on before I keep talking because I don't want to go on a long spiel and don't nobody hear me. That's a turn on PNR. Okay, so yeah. Y'all can't hear me while I'm talking. Okay, I'm just making sure because I want to be able to pause.
So he came over to cut Jaden's hair. So that was one of our very first introductions.
Okay, so y'all can hear her say that was one of their very first introductions. Okay, But then she lied on the last reunion and said they met because they were working in the same building at Credit One. I remember that. Can you DM me that clip, please? Can you please DM me that clip while we on live so I can add that into this video? Kimmy was dehydrated at her big age. No wonder she is a fan of Sheba Sheree. Right. Hear you clear. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So you hear her say that one of their first meetings was her inviting him over to her house to cut her son's hair. Okay? Keep that in mind because she's going to sit in front of Kiowa's face at the reunion and try to play her to be a fool. And she was like, oh, listen to how ridiculous this sounds. She thinks that there is some type of correlation because I bought toys from her once. She also said when she was sitting down that she had no idea who neither one of them were. But right here in this clip, she's literally saying that she stalked Maurice. So I literally have to know. This is literally bugging me, y'all. It's bugging me. Was that before or after you sold his wife some toys? Like, I don't know. Is it me? Because I feel like nobody cares about the bigger picture. Like, I granted, okay, they're together now. Okay, good. Kudos to them. But is it me? Like, am I making it more than what it like? Do y'all get what I'm trying to say? She's saying that that was one of their first meetings, one of their first interactions. Him cutting her son's hair. But she also met Kiowa and Maurice when she bought toys from his wife at the time. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? Like, they were coexisting at the time. They traveled somewhere together as a family. Do y'all get what I'm trying to say? Does that make sense? Or can y'all not hear me?
I didn't know I was getting interviewed at the time.
What can we do? And this is serious. What can we do to prove to you that we weren't dating at that time? And part of the reason...
Why does it matter?
And so also what's important to add into this is these two are both manipulators. And I'm talking about Maurice and Kimmy. They keep saying dating. They put emphasis on we were not dating at that time. But they were seeing each other. And Kimmy said that when she was sitting down talking to Mel. So let's play it.
Matter. Why does it matters to you? It does not matter to me. They asked me a question.
Okay.
And I answered the question. It doesn't matter. You're married now. What difference does it make when you dated? She asked me.
Because you've been salty for years.
Not because of that.
Again, this is my problem that I have with Kimmy. And this is why I know Kimmy is a side chick. Instead of her trying to understand this woman's position as a woman, she straight up put herself in a competing state with her. As far as looking at her situation and feeling like she's salty, as if any woman wouldn't feel any type of way if you buy toys from me one year and then the next year you out with my ex-husband. Like, I would understand any woman. I would understand any woman that'll feel some type of way about that. But that's just me, though. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Like, I don't think Kiowa, but Kiowa also made it very clear that she wasn't even salty about what they kept trying to say she was salty about. Kiowa was very clear that they asked her a question. All she did was answer it. She felt like they were messing with each other when they were still married. They weren't married. They weren't divorced. I want y'all to watch how Kimmy tried to play her as if that wasn't the truth, only to come back this year and tell us that that was the truth.
Not because of that.
What is it?
The problem was, like she said that was the first time I met her. Actually, that was the second time I met you. That was shady.
So wait.
Okay,
Oh,
wait.
We need
No,
to
you have
understand.
got to hear this because
What's the
this is
first
almost
time?
crazy.
Okay.
The first time I met.
And that's what narcs do. Like, this is almost crazy. The crazy part about it is, it's not almost crazy. It's not almost crazy as to why she would correlate those to be true. Like, you literally bought toys from her while Maurice and her was still married. They traveled from where they was to, I guess, Huntsville, or if you were traveled from Huntsville to Michigan. So they still had, their relationship was still, I guess, something at that point. And you knew that he was married. So again, at what point did you go on Facebook and stalk the man? Because in my opinion, Kiowa was right from the start. It is shady.
Met Kiowa, I had no idea who she was, nor any of these guys. She sold adult toys and I bought them. And how some kind of relationship came from that, where she feels like now I'm shady because your next encounter, I've met your husband. I have no idea. But that's what she's making this correlation to.
And is that why you think she shouldn't be around your son? Because
So do y'all hear how she try to like, so I bought toys from you, and then like now you're trying to, like, even if what Kimmy was saying was true, as a woman, I would still understand why she could feel like that is shady. And I would still be able to be like, but that is not the case. Like, I understand why she feel like that's shady, but that is not the case. Why? Because I'm a woman. I can put myself in any woman's shoes to understand where they're coming from. But male identified women, they don't want to do that. Side chicks don't do that. They compete though.
she purchased sex toys?
And when I met him, I didn't know that was her ex-husband.
The connection is that
She said when she met Maurice, she didn't know that he was Kiowa's ex-husband. Maurice is about to explain to y'all what the connection is, and y'all let me know. It just doesn't seem likely that all of these people can be in proximity of one another, but not know anything about one another, but end up married to one another in a sense, right? Because like Maurice is about to explain, Kiowa sister-in-law is married to his brother. Kiowa's sister-in-law, who is married to his brother, is also best friends with Kimmy, and I believe that is the Patricia lady. Now I'm finna go do my Patricia. Don't go putting your page on private, love, because I gotta go find you now. So boom. So that's what she said. Kimmy also said that she didn't even know about the Scotts. Now, how the hell could that be true if your best friend is married to one of the brothers? Or your best friend, okay, he said that Kiowa's sister-in-law, who is married to his brother, is also good friends with Kimmy. So how wouldn't you know the Scotts? I don't know if that are y'all getting what I'm putting down? To me, so as she's sitting here and she says, I know nothing about them, but you bought toys from her. So when you researched him to get his haircut, I'm sorry, did Patricia not tell you that he was getting a divorce? Your good friend Patricia, who is also her sister-in-law, did she not tell you? Do y'all get what I'm trying to say? Because it's I don't know. I feel like, come on, what are YouTubers at? What do YouTube is at? Because somebody need to get an interview and start asking these questions because I'm a bit perplexed. I'm kind of perplexed. And I'm talking about a real YouTuber that's really into Love and Marriage Huntsville, that really follows the story, that can know when she's lying or not. Because, you know, they like to do interviews with people that don't actually follow the show. They do interviews with people that follow the drama, but not the show, if you know what I mean. So, I don't know, y'all. It don't make sense.
That my brother was married to her sister-in-law at that time, which is Kimmy's friend.
Of 13 years.
Right. They lived in Huntsville. We lived in Michigan. We went down to visit. She was actually selling the toys. Kimmy showed up and bought toys, but
Wait a minute. So, at this time, they lived in Michigan. That's Maurice and Kiowa. Maurice and Kiowa lived in Michigan at this time. Let me go back. Okay, let me go back. We gotta follow this, y'all. I'm sorry. They lying.
13 years.
right. They lived in Huntsville. We lived in Michigan. We went down to visit. She was
Okay. They lived in Huntsville. They lived in Michigan. Okay. So basically, Maurice is saying that him and Kiowa went down to Huntsville to visit Patricia, Kimmy's best friend, Kiowa's sister-in-law, Maurice's brother. That's who they went down to visit. This is Kimmy's best friend. Okay. So, in my opinion, this was either the first or second time she met him. Right? It's either the first or second time she met him. That being said, so that would mean okay, I'm sorry, let me slow myself down. I think this would have been the first time she actually met him. And the second time she met him was when she stalked him on Facebook and asked him to come to her house. What was the first time she met him? Because y'all just heard in the last clip. She just said in the last clip, she stalked him, invited him to her house to cut her son's hair. That was one of the first times that they met. That's what she said. That's what she said. Now in this clip, they're saying that they traveled from Michigan down to Huntsville, and that was the first time that they met, and she knew nothing of a Scott. I don't know. Am I tripping? I think Kimmy is one of them micro, sly ass, passive aggressive, evil, wicked, vindictive women that would buy toys from the ex-wife to gain the curiosity of what the man wants. That's what weird women do. That's what Slaw did to I think that's what Slaw was trying to do to Mel. Not trying to. Slaw was literally going behind Mel. Everything Mel did, Slaw tried to do. That's the same thing the hairdresser did with Marceau and Letitia, even though Letitia won't come clean about the situation. That's what side chicks do. So I really believe that she was buying the toys from Kiowa to do her research. And then after they were going through the divorce and getting separated, that's when she invited him out to her house to cut the boy hair. That's what I believe. Y'all let me know what y'all think. That's just how I'm taking it. And I believe when Maurice went to her house for the haircut, that's when he wasn't divorced yet. Or when he went, you get what which one is it? Because either way it go, it wouldn't make sense. You get what I'm saying? If you would have met her and you bought toys from her, and then the next time you meet her, and then the next time like you invite him over to your house, that mean you plotted on the woman's husband. And if that wasn't the case, and it's the other way around, and you researched him, asked him to come do your son's hair, he cut your son's hair, and then the next time you met Kiowa and you bought toys from her, that still is weird. And both of these times she's saying that is her first time meeting them. So which one is it? I'm perplexed, y'all. I'm telling you, my brain will not stop trucking if I do not get to the bottom of this.
Was actually selling the toys. Kimmy showed up and bought toys, but I didn't know who Kimmy was.
No,
Or do
nobody
you feel,
did.
you feel like his brother introduced them?
The person that hosted the party did, but that was my friend and her friend. I just wouldn't introduce friends to hook up with the.
He didn't know who Kimmy was. Look at Kimmy's face. Nobody did. That lets me know Kimmy knew who he was, though.
And her friend, I just wouldn't introduce friends to my friend.
Introduce them?
The person that.
No,
Or do
nobody
you feel,
did.
you feel like his brother
I didn't know who Kimmy was.
No,
or do
nobody
you feel,
did.
you feel like his brother introduced them?
The person that hosted the party did, but that was my friend.
Kimmy absolutely knew. Oh my gosh, thank you, Diva Divine. I really appreciate it. Kimmy knew of him through her best friend and knew that Marho and Kiowa was having issues and set her plan. And I believe that. I actually really do believe that. Makes the most sense. Everything, it just does not make sense to me. None of this makes sense. And so, like Kiowa is saying, she was upset that the whole ass brother, because the brother introduced them. Her friend Patricia introduced them, knowing that he was in a marriage with Kiowa. So I believe that the whole ass brother was like, oh, link up, because, oh, you going through a divorce, do your thing. Meanwhile, he and Kiowa ear like, oh, let's work on it. Let's get our family straight. Because, he a broke bum. Once he get divorced, he don't got no money. So he just lying to her, trying to hold on to the little bit of money that he would have when he with her. And then boom, they like, oh, link up. She finally sees Maurice again, even though she's already been plotting on him. And because he's going through a little situation with his wife, I could just see her like doing any and everything to throw herself on him. That's just me now. All I'm saying is it just don't make sense. Make sure y'all hit the like button, y'all. Go ahead and like the video. It's 359 people in the chat. Don't be a hating asshole sitting in the back not liking the video. Like, come on, don't be a hater. But like I was saying, like, do y'all get what I'm saying? It just don't make sense. I'm finna just rewind it back all the way back without stopping so y'all can hear her while she getting her hair cut.
That's how I got to meet Maurice, because I kind of stalked him on Facebook.
Look at how she stuttered. She knew she fucked up right here. I'm sorry, y'all. I knew I said I wasn't gonna talk through it, but look at how she stuttered. Notification bell so you are up to date each and every time that I upload.
Changing out flippers and clips and stuff.
That's how I got to meet Maurice, because I kind of stalked him on Facebook.
Look at her stutter.
That's how I got to meet Maurice, because I kind of stalked.
What do y'all think she was about to say? She was finna say, because we used to what? What do y'all think she was about to say? I really do feel like she was about to say we used to mess around. I'm telling you. It was she the way her lips was stuttering. One more time.
That's how I got to meet Maurice, because I kind of stalked him on Facebook. That's how I got to meet Maurice, because I kind of stalked him on Facebook for a little while. Hey, and Patricia, my girlfriend, she was like, he's a barber. And I was like, really? She was like, yeah, he cuts hair. And I was like, word. So I went on Facebook and I was like, I hear you cut hair. And he was like, I do. I said, well, I have a son that needs a haircut.
And as a single mother of a young gentleman, I actually took that opportunity as a chance to get to know Maurice. And so he came over to cut Jalen's hair. So that was one of our very first introductions.
I didn't know I was getting interviewed at the time.
What can we do? And this is serious. What can we do to prove to you that we weren't dating at that time? And part of the reason,
Right. Why does it matter?
let
Why
me-
does it? What's
It matters to you.
Why does it does not matter to me? They asked me a question,
Okay,
and I answered the question. It doesn't matter. You're married now. What difference does it make when you dated?
That's what
She asked me.
Because you've been salty for years.
Not because of that. Not because of that.
what is
And what really pisses me off and really strikes me, or what really pisses me off and what makes me stand on the fact that I know she's an evil ass person is the fact that she would sit here in front of all of these people with this baby ass whiny voice and act so hurt as if she didn't know that these people didn't even have a finalized divorce prior to her getting involved.
The problem was, like she said that was the first time I met her. Actually, that was the second time I met you. That was shady.
So wait.
Okay,
oh,
wait.
We need to
No, you have
understand.
got to hear this because
What's the
this is
first
almost
time?
crazy.
Okay.
The first time I met Kiowa, I had no idea who she was, nor any of these guys. She sold adult toys and I bought them. And how some kind of relationship came from that, where she feels like now I'm shady because your next encounter, I've met your husband, I have no idea. But that's what she's making this correlation to.
And is that why you think she shouldn't be around your son? Because she purchased sex toys?
And when I met him, I didn't know that was her ex-husband.
the connection is that my brother was married to her sister-in-law at that time, which is Kimmy's friend.
Of 13 years.
Right. They lived in Huntsville. We lived in Michigan. We went down to visit. She was actually selling the toys. Kimmy showed up and bought toys, but I didn't know who Kimmy was.
No,
Or do
nobody
did. You feel like his brother introduced them?
The person that hosted the party did, but that was my friend and her friend. I just wouldn't introduce friends to hook up with the ex. That to me, that's just
So
True feelings, honest feelings, whatever.
Maurice is making decisions for her to be able to move here. I'm at fair game at this point. So I don't intend on restraining or holding back if in fact things are not done appropriately.
hi. Good.
Hello,
how are you?
Kiowa.
Hello.
Kimmy. Kiowa, Kimmy. Sorry that Zave couldn't make it because I wanted to make sure that all of us came together to make sure that we're fostering relationships between all of the co-parents. I guess we could start off with like any concerns about, Monster living with us or your relationship with Kimmy.
Currently, I don't have a relationship with Kimmy.
Well, there you have it. I've always felt like you've never really cared for me.
But how? If you've never been around me,
You emailed me on Facebook.
what did I say?
Well, you said that I need to not be around your son and I don't need to talk to your son. And if I got any questions or concerns, I need to say them to your face.
When was this?
Probably about 7 years.
I don't even remember that. So if I did say that, I don't know. I don't recall it. But in the beginning, things were sketchy. The way you met Maurice, it felt in the beginning as a line had been crossed.
And she's always been very consistent about this. She's been very, very consistent.
We were going through whatever we were going through. I don't know what Maurice told you, but we weren't divorced yet. We weren't divorced yet.
I'm not one for foolishness. I understand the concept.
but we weren't divorced yet. We weren't divorced yet. Through whatever. In the beginning, things were sketchy. The way you met Maurice, it felt in the beginning as a line had been crossed. We were going through whatever we were going through. I don't know what Maurice told you, but we weren't divorced yet. We weren't.
And that right there, as a woman, she said it right there. That's how they should have been able to connect. I don't know what he told you, but we weren't divorced yet. We were going through what we were going through. I don't know what he told you, but we weren't divorced yet. To me, right then and there, just being me. Babe, I need an extension cord. But me just being me, it can easily be, you know what? And I didn't see it from that standpoint. He probably lied to the both of us. I feel like the real issue is the lack of accountability. It's not necessarily okay, cool. You already did the flaw weird stuff, okay? But once you get to this point where you having to sit down on national television, stop trying to, if you really want to cover yourself to make yourself appear to be this woman that you're trying to make yourself be, just stand on it. Like, he probably lied to the both of us. So, you know what? I can understand why you would be upset, because you were under the impression that you guys were going to reconcile while me and him were out trotting in Huntsville. Simple.
I'm not one for foolishness. I understand the concept of divorce and marriage. Us meeting as friends is a completely different time frame than us actually starting to date. We didn't date until y'all were wholly divorced.
Okay, great.
Again, emphasis on dating. They always put emphasis on dating. We didn't date. We didn't date. We didn't date. We didn't date. But I do believe they were seeing each other. You can see each other. You can be friendly with each other. You can be flirty with each other. You get what I'm saying, y'all? You can be flirty. We didn't date. Were you flirty with him? Were y'all cozy? You get what I'm saying? Were you cozy with him, Kimmy? Even though y'all weren't dating until they were married. And then she really, I don't know if the editing or what, but she really kind of blew past that and didn't even acknowledge what she said. All she said was what a manipulator would do. I know I know the concept of marriage, so on and so forth. Basically, to say she just breezed past it, right? This is the episode where she could have said, okay, we were seeing each other when you guys were trying to reconcile, and you were under the impression that you guys were reconciling. I didn't know. I don't know, like, what? Maurice is a lying asshole. Look at him. He looked nervous, as if Kaya was finna blurt out something and blow up his spot. But Kaya, and this is how you know Kaya don't care, because if she cared, then she would just be airing it all out.
That's what it is. As far as going forward, either we're gonna move forward, we're gonna still hold on to what was. I would hope we have all grown since then, or we're gonna pick up, or we're gonna keep holding on to that.
I'm not holding on to anything that happened 7 or 8 years ago, because things continue to happen. There's conversations you have with him, and I don't know if you feel like he's not going to tell me.
Oh, I know he does.
Things that he tells me that you said that imply he didn't care for me.
Such as?
I don't want you to feel like I'm inappropriate to be around your baby. I'm comfortable with my body, so I don't have an issue. We go to the beach, I'm in bikinis, I walk through the hotel. It doesn't bother me. When you say things that may be derogatory towards me, it makes me feel like me.
Oh, I know he does.
There's things that he tells me that you said that imply he didn't care for me.
in my opinion, see, and this is just you are.
Oh, I know he
There's
does.
things that he tells me that you said to him, and I don't know if you feel like he's not going to tell me.
Oh, I know he
There's
does.
things that he.
In my opinion, when she said that, and I know I don't know if you feel like there are things that he's not going to tell me. In my opinion, that was her trying to flex her power over Kiowa. Because duh ho, he gonna tell you. He's messy like that. Why wouldn't he tell you? Because he's a messy ass person. But literally, why would he go to Kimmy and tell her, oh, well, I was on the phone with Kiowa and we was arguing and she called you a hoe and she said that you broke up our marriage and she said that this and she said that. Why? You have to ask yourself, why is he going to you telling you that? How is this productive to anything that we have going on within our marriage? You getting into an argument with your ex-wife and her cussing me out or her having slurred remarks to say to me because she mad at you has nothing to do with me. But a messy ass manipulative man will throw the next woman in the mix so he don't really have to deal with it and have the two of them battling each other when really the issue is him. So really what it'll do is have them going 7 years, 10 years plus, having an issue or not really, being friendly with each other or having this weird, conflict with each other all over a misunderstanding. And really, at this point, it's not a misunderstanding. Kimmy intentionally, she chooses to believe what Maurice says. Like, she chooses to go with what he says because it makes her feel better about the time that she has wasted chasing him. That's my opinion. Let me see what y'all saying down here. Right. Oh, I got another super chat. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, boss lady. It says, absolutely love this breakdown per usual. Keep bringing the facts. Keeping your foot on their neck, sis. Thank you. I appreciate that. I don't care what anyone says. Those Scotsmen are, yeah, they are BANs. Oh, I wish I could see it so bad. It says, let me see, Maurice probably know they will figure out he lied. Right. But I mean, at this point, it's been so much time, it really wouldn't matter if he figured out they lied or not.
He tells me that you said that imply he didn't care for me. So
Somebody said, what happened to the sound? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Let me know. Oh, never mind. They said they can hear me now.
Just
I don't want you to feel like I'm inappropriate to be around your baby. I'm comfortable with my body, so I don't have an issue. We go to the beach, I'm in bikinis, I walk through the hotel. It doesn't bother me. When you say things that may be derogatory towards me, it makes me feel like, I guess you're holding on to whatever that was that we need to clear up.
Kiowa texted me about Kimmy. Kiowa called her a skank or a trick or something. It was completely inappropriate. We'll never see eye to eye on certain things.
mm-hmm.
Some people wear bikinis, some people wear thong bikinis. Other people wear
Right.
cover-ups.
But a mother,
Mothers wear thong bikinis. Just because Kimmy will show off her body and you won't doesn't mean that she's wrong for doing it and you're right for not.
I feel like,
Again, I feel like this is just one of those things that they're doing to try to get under Kiowa's skin, because I don't think it's really about confidence. I don't think it's because, again, Kimmy minimalized the situation to, oh, I'm comfortable with my body. It has nothing to do with you being comfortable with your body, ho, and everything to do with me as a mother not comfortable with you walking around my growing, developing son with your booty cheeks out. Like, how hard is that for you to understand, love? But again, a woman that'll do anything for male validation. Right. Why do you want to wear a thong bikini around kids? And we talking about boys at that. Like little developing, growing boys. Like, I wouldn't want to wear a thong bikini around nobody kids. But that's just me. But I just look at it like this. So let's say, okay, I've been around your child for years or whatnot, and I feel comfortable enough to walk around with my thong on or something like that. And you express to me as a mother that you're not okay with that. Why? How hard is it to just be like, you know what? Totally understand. Totally get it. Another reason why they don't need to have Monster in their house so she can be walking around booty, butt, cheek naked without having to worry about nobody kid walking out the room seeing her. Maurice should have thought about that.
From a mom's perspective, I feel that that's inappropriate.
Well,
But
inappropriate is an acceptable term. I'm okay with feeling like that, but those aren't the only terms you use.
and this was during a heated conversation. Maurice was saying some things to me too. I can't sit here and remember verbatim because.
And another thing that I don't like about Kimmy and male identified women, they demand all this respect from other women, but let men trample over them, embarrass them, itch on them, make them look stupid, pathetic, pitiful. But they expect all of this respect from other women. Why would I respect you? You just let a man get on national television and say he expects you to turn over and take it while you fighting an illness. And then you turn around and get on national television and back him up, blame us, and try to make us feel like we making stuff up. And he said it out his own mouth, trying to make it seem like we just flipping his words. But it's not only what he said, it's how he actually treats you on TV, and we get to see it. So that's why it's so believable. He was just very saddened literally the last season prior to her letting us know that she was battling cancer, when he was sad like a nasty hunchy puppy about not having X with her multiple times a day, every day. At their big age, who even has time to do that? Like the woo.
I'm not that person. I got a lot going on, but he was saying some things to me as well in this text.
I don't know if this is as beneficial as I would like. All I got was, I don't remember that. Oh, I didn't do that. Oh, I didn't say that. If you say so, my fundamental request is own your. That's all I'm saying.
Her having second thoughts about moving Monster to Huntsville.
I
now.
don't think that that's fair, considering the father that I am.
Tell her.
And I'm trying to figure out, what father is he? He really played on this reunion.
I don't think it's fair.
If Zay were to sit here and say the stuff that she said on TV, that he didn't want to be a parent, or he said he didn't feel like he wanted to raise another child,
Alone.
or
I've never said that.
So notice how he put emphasis on alone. He don't want to raise another child alone. This is the issue with these men, though. He wouldn't take his son. I wholeheartedly believe he wouldn't take his son if it wasn't for Kimmy. This is what I wholeheartedly believe. If it had nothing to do with, like, if he had his own spot, no Kimmy, and I'm saying he had his own spot before he met Kimmy, because he was on his brother's couch before he met Kimmy. So if he had his own spot before he met Kimmy, he had his nice whip that he already drive. Okay. He had his business popping. Do we really believe? Do we really believe that he would want his son in the house with him? Okay. Because the way that he act now, he expect Kimmy to mother him the way that his mother should be mothering him and his father should be. Kimmy is only a supportive adult in the situation. She only supports whatever decisions y'all have already thrown on the table. That's it. That's all. She is not there to inflict anything. I just don't understand what is going on. But he's gonna sit up here and cry and act like he is this He said, because you know the father that I am. The father that you are, in my opinion, is lazy. You be throwing the boy off on your wife, and this woman is literally battling an illness. You were throwing her off on your wife, and she was battling an illness at the time. Like, I'm trying to understand, the father that you are, in my opinion, is selfish, lazy, ignorant.
Alone.
I've never said
The
that.
key word
Okay,
is
alone, whatever. So, or if he said that if he had a major issue with you.
You act
As
like
a
you
person.
haven't given me a reason to have an issue. You keep acting.
And this is I'm sorry, y'all, another issue that I have with Kimmy. She has the nerve. You act like I don't have an issue to have with you. Like, and that's what I'm saying. This, again, I don't resonate with this type of behavior. Kimmy acts like Kiowa doesn't have any reason to feel the way that she feels, but at the same breath want Kiowa to somehow, some way feel or have some type of empathy or sympathy for her. It's the gall. The gall.
Acting like I came up with this by myself.
What have I done to you?
all of this stuff.
What have I?
And that's the real question. What has she done to you? Because truth be told, you bought toys from her and then stalked her ex-husband and then ended up with him. Even though he drugged you for 7 years. Even though he embarrassed you 24/8. I'm trying to understand, what did she do to you? Her cussing your ass out because she mad at her ex-husband for lying to her, making it seem like he's reconciling with her, while at the same breath, all between your legs, is their problem. And this is what I'm saying. This is how you know she's a side chick. Side chicks are always taking things personal. They always feel like they're involved in this. This don't have nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with you and everything to do with their relationship and him lying in the midst of that. And then you popping up. The only reason I'm looking at you sideways because you was just buying toys from me. So in my opinion, you plotted this whole situation. Why can't I feel like that? Why am I invalidated on that? Like, why are you trying to invalidate that? But you want me to feel a way because I called you a hoe. Even though you bought toys from me and then ended up with my ex-husband after you said you stalked him. Okay, girl.
Why do you keep saying that?
What have I done to you?
You're talking
Kiowa,
about.
you have been ill towards me from day one. You've never had a nice thing to say to anybody. Maybe there's people you don't think are going to tell me what you say. And then when Maurice even addresses it, you say, well, I said that in private. Just because you say it behind my back doesn't mean that you don't say it.
First
And
of
no
all,
place is ever going
why
to move
wouldn't I
forward
think that?
until
You
you
think
own
I'm
that.
going to trust them?
I'm
I mean,
saying,
that's
so
your
how you
people.
gonna
Why
sit here
would
and
I?
keep acting like you didn't say
Whatever.
nothing?
But
The reason
hold on.
we're
Saying
here,
something? That's
the
what the
reason
problem is?
we're
'Cause of
here,
something I've said, that's the problem?
yes, you
Okay.
constantly
All right.
disrespect me.
All right.
You
I haven't
constantly
disrespected you.
disrespect
I
me.
haven't disrespected
And for
you.
years, he's let you because
I've
of
not
this. Because of
disrespected
this
you.
moment when you say, I'm thinking I'm going to change my mind. That's
It's the cowardly gall. She's sitting here trying to hold this woman accountable. You talking about, and he lets you. Like, you sit here, you disrespect me, and he lets you. Baby, it sounds like that's a you and him problem. Because I'd be damned if my man let anybody disrespect me from his camp. Like, I'm just trying to understand, like, her anger, again, male identified women. You got all this anger toward another woman when at the end of the day, the man that's actually creating all of the issues in your life is sitting right next to you. He's literally the one. You literally just sat in front of another woman and said that you disrespect me, and he lets you because of what you talking about? Ma'am, I be on the phone cussing his ass out. And he be saying your name. And when he say your name, I be like, F Kimmy. I'm talking about you, ugly, bald head, whatever she be saying to him. And then I'm pretty sure he goes and say, "Oh, well, I was on the phone with her trying to talk to her, and she said F you with your bald headed woot woot woot," knowing the whole time she was talking to him. And now, because she want to be foolish and listen to everything this lying asshole has been lying and saying to her, now she got all of this vitriol and underhanded pressure or undercover pressure toward Kiowa, when at the end of the day, the issue needs to be with your husband. Ooh, we got another super chat. Hi, the real VB. Thank you so much. I'm glad you're recapping this, because at the time of this reunion, the majority of the viewers were on Kimmy and Marie's lying ass side. They really were. They really were. But I think the reason why, because Kimmy never really admitted what actually happened. But when she had the conversation with Mel, she literally said in that conversation that me and him were seeing each other but not dating, quotations. But she was talking about reconciliation. Like, girl, get so for real. I actually want to hurry up and get to that part.
That's why he's let you disrespect me this long.
Okay.
This is the problem. This is the problem. Before television and on television, Kimmy's never said anything negative about Kiowa, except for, "I'm not gonna keep getting disrespected." That's it. And she said, "I've gotten..."
Talking about, I'm not gonna keep getting disrespected. Girl, the man disrespecting you on a daily.
It's an uncomfortable. This is a responsible son every day. I'm happy every single day I see him, man. For real.
He look like a
I do the
fool.
same thing.
He look a mess.
Me made an apology from Kiowa, and you said, "I'm not sure you're gonna get what it is that you're looking for."
I don't-
What is it you want Kiowa to apologize for specifically?
I am a person of ownership, period. And when you own it, you say, damn, I'm sorry. I've been in her place. I know everything. I'm a single.
Watch this. Just a clown. This is literally just clownish and just buffoonery. So she wants to say that she takes ownership of things, but she have yet to take ownership of the mere fact that Maurice could have simply lied to you and Kiowa. And that's why all of this came about. At the end of the day, you were dealing with this man before he resolved his marriage. That's it. That's all. But you never was clear about that and honest about that.
Single parent. I don't have to keep proving to her that I get it. I don't have anything against her. I love her kid, and I don't have one single thing against her. We fight because I try to help him understand the position as a mother.
And I think when she said, I don't have to keep proving that to her, she want to say that to Maurice. I think Maurice makes her have to prove her position to Kiowa. That's it. Like, I really think like she has, or at the time, or even still, have really her issues lie within her marriage.
They haven't even been to court. I had a police officer knock on my door and give me papers to go to be. He's doing the best his kid see it. And I don't get that.
They're trying. Kiowa.
And I don't. And I'm in her corner and she just can't see it. And I don't get that.
Kiowa.
Yeah.
Come on. They're trying. He's stepping up to do what a lot of men.
And I wonder how she feels now, talking about he's stepping up and she just can't effing see it, or whatever she said, because, like, girl, he got you doing all the work now.
Don't do when they move on with their lives. And then she's a willing participant. She loves your son.
And one thing that I will say about this host, I didn't like her in this moment, especially. I didn't like the fact that the issue that I have with male identified women, how dare you it's always the fact that they have all of this empathy for men that do the bare minimum. Okay, he's stepping in and taking care of his kids. Duh, ho. That's what he's supposed to do. I do that every day. What's the problem? I don't understand. What are you talking about? Duh. That's what people supposed to do when they have children, even after divorce. But for whatever reason in our community, people put all of these emphasis on these men doing the bare minimum. What? Because he want to be involved in his child life? That's doing more. So this host kind of aggravated me when she was saying that.
And it feels like from the outside looking in that you're resisting. And I think it's time for you to let it go. Just let it go. Do you think you can apologize to Kimmy
Yeah, she can
for
tell
what
me
has been said so far so that you guys can move forward?
What have I said?
You got to own it.
Oh, well, I will. What have I said?
Kimmy?
I'm good.
Kimmy? No.
I'm good.
All steps forward.
I'm good.
That's the truth. That's the truth. All steps forward.
I don't think we'll ever be besties because of just some of the things that have happened. Like her making implications like I interfered in their marriage and that.
This is the issue. It's the accountability. She's not making implications. That's what it was. That's what it was.
That kind of thing. That makes
Well,
it.
do you feel like you interfered in their marriage?
Of course not.
I'm glad she didn't apologize either. I'm glad she didn't apologize, and she still didn't apologize to this day, and I'm glad she didn't.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
Because you and I never really had that conversation. Like, we've never talked about that. I've heard it implied, but I've never just asked you. Like, you know what I'm saying? So whenever you and Maurice met, they were already divorced?
They weren't divorced. They were in the process. They had both signed the.
And I want y'all to notice how how Mel said, I've heard it implied. Kimmy has nothing to say about that. Yet, for whatever reason, she wants to stick this on Kiowa as if Kiowa is the one that started this rumor. But at the end of the day, I've heard this from Walkie Talkie. I've heard it from Maurice's brother. Okay, Marceau has said it.
Paperwork and
Maurice met, I never just asked you. Like, you know what I'm saying? So whenever you and Maurice met, they were already divorced?
They weren't divorced. They were in the process. They had both signed the paperwork and they were waiting for the paperwork.
So why did she even think that you interfered in the marriage?
Even though they had signed papers, she was talking about reconciliation.
This is what I'm saying. This is what all side chicks do. You're going to really sit up here and say that she keeps implying that I interfered in her marriage. And then in the same breath say, even though they signed the paperwork, they didn't send it off yet because she was under the impression that she was still talking about reconciliation. What about they were talking about reconciliation? What about they were talking about reconciliation? And that's why she thought I interfered in the marriage. But at the time, see, and this is why I know she's the side chick. Because if that was true, she would just say, but at the time, I didn't know that he was lying to the both of us, making me feel like they weren't going to reconcile, but telling her another thing. This is how you know she willingly put herself in that situation. I believe she knew that they were going to get a divorce. I believe that Maurice lied to Kiowa and made Kiowa feel like they could or were possibly working on reconciling their marriage. I believe that he was telling Kimmy that the paperwork was signed and they were going through a divorce or whatnot. But at the end of the day, women get it together. Like at that big age, you be well enough to know if a man is not divorced, the paperwork signed, he's not divorced. It doesn't matter what he's working on. If the paperwork hasn't went through, they not divorced. So all of the confusion is just so unnecessary. But I mean, that's really all I got for y'all on this topic. you know, Kimmy really aggravates my spirits, honestly. I'm gonna read y'all comments and then we're gonna go ahead and close out this live, because like it, that's all I have for as far as like this discussion and kind of breaking that down a little bit more. Right, narcs really like to triangulate women, and it's the very first thing that I noticed about Maurice. I never ever liked him. I never understood why people thought he was a good person or a decent person. He never gave those type of qualities. He never showed those type of qualities. Hi, how are you? If the divorce hasn't been signed and sealed by the court, right, they're not divorced. So the fact that she can even have the audacity and the gall to stand on the fact that she didn't interfere in their marriage is the another, and then sat up there on stage the way that she did, trying to act all innocent, is another reason why I feel like she's evil, vindictive, nasty, passive aggressive, and everything that I've always kind of felt about her has literally aligned with what she has shown, just based on that alone. Because why would you do that to another? Why would you do that? And then I don't know, some of y'all were saying that Kaya cheated on Maurice. Is that true? Thank you so much, Latoya. Right. They really tried to make Kimmy and Maurice the victims. It was crazy. Right. Yeah. It almost seems like he really can't stand living with him. Hi, welcome. Just tuning in. I believe Kimmy plotted. Did she not meet Maurice when she bought the toy? Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That question still stands. When did you meet Maurice? Was it when you got the toy, or was it when your son was getting the haircut? Liar. She never really said. She said they signed the papers, as if both of them signed the papers. So she implied it as if both of them signed the papers. Yeah, I believe he was definitely messing with them both and lying to them both. Yes, Kimmy is the first side chick of Love and Mirror Transville for sure. She's the cabbage. Ariana is the slaw. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that, Justice. Tisha was going back telling Kyle stuff. Mm-hmm. I believe that. I really do believe Mel really didn't even know. But y'all, I gotta get up out of here. Y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, hit the post notification bell so you guys are up to date each and every time that I upload. Thank you so much to everybody that tuned in today. Thank you everybody that watched the channel. Don't forget to like on your way out. Thank you everybody that sent me super chats. Thank you everybody that cashed at me. Thank you everybody just for all of the support. Yeah. See you on my next live.